Welcome back into Wake Up America. I'm Rob Finnerty with Allison Maloney. The crisis at our southern border just goes on and on and on. We talk about it every single morning, but that's what we're supposed to do. Recent reports revealing some very concerning numbers. Dozens of terrorists, people on the FBI's terrorist watch list, have been stopped trying to enter our country, and these are the ones that we know about.
Yeah, exactly. For more on this, let's welcome in senior law enforcement analyst and former senior FBI officer Mark Morgan. Mark, welcome back to Wake Up America. You know, as Rob was just talking about, reports indicate dozens of terrorists have been stopped at our southern border during Biden's time in office, but that's just what we know about. How many do you think have come over the border that we don't know about?
Yeah, that's the question. Look, I know that we've talked about this before, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk about this because look, there's this false narrative out there that somehow you can be for border security, yet for illegal immigration. It just doesn't work that way. Look, when we talk about national security, an integral part of that is our ability to secure our borders. But when our borders are invaded by millions of illegal aliens, that leaves our borders wide open, uncontrolled, unsecure. And that is an increased vulnerability to a host of threats, including our national security. And
Right.
Allison, your question is the question, right? We know that we've got over 42 that we've encountered, but during the first 14 months of this administration, we're looking at 700 to 8,000 gotaways. Those that have broken our country, evaded apprehension. How many other suspected terrorists are those individuals on the FBI's terrorist screening database that we know?
So, Mark, these numbers, we got them from the Terrorist Screening Center. We're looking at right around 23 on this terrorist watch list. And I think as we talk about this, what gets missed sometimes is if you are a terrorist, or put another way, if you want to hurt people in the United States, what's the best way to come in? You're not going to come in on a Delta flight, all right? You're going to try to sneak in at our southern border, I guess, or our northern border, but there doesn't seem to be a problem there. Doesn't that seem to make more sense when you put it into context like that? These are people who mean to do the American people harm that are trying to slip through the cracks.
Yeah, Rob, look, I couldn't have said it better myself. You were absolutely correct. Look, after 9/11, this country's done a tremendous job of hardening vulnerabilities that we had prior to 9/11. The airways is one of those. Right now, the terrorists, hey, look, Afghanistan has once again returned to a terrorist operating base. Terrorist organizations, their commitment and resolve to do us harm, both here at home and abroad, remains. They have to look no further than the most vulnerability that we have in this country is our southwest border. And again, I'll go back, 800,000 gotaways. This administration, this secretary has no idea how many individuals on the FBI's terror screening database, evaded apprehension, are now in this country because our borders are wide open.
Yeah, so scary, Mark. Let's talk about Title 42, because over 600,000 known migrants managed to evade law enforcement and enter the U.S. with Title 42 in place. So this is supposed to be rolled back in just a couple of weeks. How bad does this get?
Look, it's already bad. And Elsa, I think that's the question. Look, we're talking a lot about Title 42, and we should. But keep in mind, we're already at an unmitigated catastrophe at our southwest border. So even if Title 42 stands, we're still overrun, overwhelmed. Right. We've literally already handed our borders over to the cartels. In Title 42, I'm stealing Senator Kennedy's line, it's just going to be like the Hindenburg crashing into the Titanic. But make no mistake, we're already at a crisis at our southern border.
Just a final question, about 30 seconds, but I want to show you just a shot of the Statue of Liberty down in New York Harbor. Beautiful Wednesday. Check that Thursday morning. This courtesy of EarthCam. Ellis Island off in the distance too, where so many Americans, their family story started there illegally. We have nothing against immigrants and immigrating to this country. All of us have a story like that. Many of us do. When you talk about the problems at our southern border, did you ever think it would get, Mark, as bad as it is? And we've been having this conversation on Wake Up America for the last year and a half. But did you think 15 months ago, Joe Biden's first day in office, that we would be here now heading into the midterms?
No, absolutely not. And look, Rob, first of all, I want to say I couldn't agree more with you. We are the most generous, compassionate nation in this world. We are for legal immigration. We swear in more migrants to be citizens in this country every year than any other country on this planet. But look, even when I was commissioner, and I know this issue well, and I knew that what the Biden administration was going to do was going to be bad, but even I missed how bad it was going to be. Never seen it this bad in our lifetime.
Mark Morgan, thank you so much. Always great to have you. Great insight there. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Mark. Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.